name is Reilly. I'm an architecture student at Benedictine College. I just finished my sophomore year.
Hi, I'm Matt Hayes. I'm a draftsman at Schafer Architect in New York City. Before working there, I studied architecture at the University of Notre Dame that focused on traditional and classical precedent-driven approaches to design.
When I attended the summer studio, it was the summer after my freshman year, so 2019. I originally heard about it from my professor. He had actually done it, and he highly recommended that we go. So I applied, got in, and it ended up being a really great experience.
Coming out of college, I had some friends who had graduated before me who were involved with the ICAA, and I was really eager to get involved with that. And in getting involved with that, I've gotten to know a lot of the summer studio students, both informally and through the mentorship program, which has been a great opportunity to kind of get to know summer studio students and, meet people from a broad range of professional and academic backgrounds who are interested in learning more about traditional and classical architecture, and kind of bond over a passion for that and exchange experiences and go see some cool architecture in New York City.
I think probably one of the biggest things was just being able to talk to someone in the professional world and kind of have conversations with him just over lunch and through casual conversations and learning kind of what it's like in an actual architecture firm setting. I also had the chance to come visit GP Schafer and being able to see the firm and get a tour and talk to Matt about what it's like working there definitely kind of gave me a new perspective that I hadn't gotten yet on the world of architecture and what to expect going into it.
Throughout my time in architecture school, I was fortunate to have a lot of kind of friends and mentors in the classes above me who I leaned on a lot for career advice, research and studio advice. So I was definitely excited to be able to pass that on and, talk to Ian, hear what his undergrad architecture experience has been like, kind of compare notes, talk about strategies there. And then also having just gone through the kind of post-grad job search myself, that's, exciting and also sometimes daunting process. So I was really happy to be able to share that with Ian and, like you mentioned, get him over to GP Schafer to show him what my post-grad experience has been like.
At Benedictine, we do all our drafting by hand and we do a lot of ink washing and stuff like that. And it was nice hearing that actual working professionals have also gone to schools where they do learn some of that and are able to kind of move on to the professional world with computer drafting and other methods of architecture that are somewhat different from what we might be learning in school right now.
Yeah, I enjoyed kind of comparing notes there. While Ian was in New York for the summer studio, we had a chance to go up to the Met cloisters on the Upper West Side and do some on-site sketching together. And I really enjoyed seeing Ian's sketches. He's an incredibly talented draftsman, and that was something nice I got out of it was sketching together and seeing Ian's sketches and seeing what he's continued to post on Instagram. It's been a fun way to kind of keep tabs.
I'd say the same. It's just that whole trip was a really nice day. I went with my other classmate, Jack, and we both got to go to dinner with Matt and just talk about life in New York and what it's like working in architecture firms and all sorts of things, architecture and non-architecture related. And it was really great just to have that interaction with someone in the professional world, really.
I think for me that the trip to the cloisters was probably, I think one of the highlights, because that was a fun day. We had a kind of a good mix of, architecture nerdiness, walking through the cloisters, doing some sketching, but then we were also able to just hang out, grab dinner. That was a really fun day.
I'd say as a student, I think it's been really nice kind of keeping in touch with Matt just over Instagram, posting some of my work and he's commented on some of it. And just knowing that someone is there who kind of, again, is in that professional architecture world who you can reach out to and ask questions if you have them. Definitely having that contact and keeping in touch past the summer is a really great thing.
I think that's one of the biggest kind of perks is it's, it starts off as this very formal kind of mentorship, but it's not just for the duration of a program or of a summer. It's really, these are friendships that we're building that, will last for years. The last apartment I found in New York City was with one of kind of my academic mentors from undergrad and college. The classical architecture community is broad but closely knit. And so I think these are great connections for all of us to forge and friendships to enjoy into the future.